All right, let's do it.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
It's spooky to think that these mainstream news publications have been completely captured, completely, to the point where they're all spitting out the exact same narrative. And you're watching it in real time, and you're like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say something about Horst Dewormer. I want to talk about her book, but I want to say something about Horst Dewormer first.
I definitely want to talk about your book.
Yeah, but I mean, never before have I wanted to talk about Horst Dewormer, but I feel like it now. So ivermectin, the drug that shall not be named, sure, it works against worms in horses and other organisms, but it's literally understood. It's on the WHO's list of essential medicines and has been for years.
Dude, so is chemotherapy, man. But you don't do chemotherapy for COVID when there's no research available. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. I don't understand how anyone who considers themselves to be a serious person can argue against the fucking point that literally doesn't exist, okay? The reason why people call it Horst Dewormer is because that's what people are fucking taking. They're going to the feed store and getting Horst Dewormer. Okay? If there is enough research that comes out that says ivermectin should be offered as a feasible treatment for COVID, then yeah. That's great. You listen to the news and not scientists. Dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Of course I listen to the scientists. Scientists are not saying take Horst Dewormer. Scientists are not saying take ivermectin. Shut up. God, they're so fucking condescending too. Like the way they talk about it, it's like, it's literally created for absolute idiots, dude. This type of rhetoric, this pseudo-scientific rhetoric from a person who's got like a degree in anthropology that fucking turns around and like speaks in this like objective neutral language is like the Sam Harris style that has now been perfected by so many of these fucking idiotic podcasters that dupe you into believing that like they are the authority on this matter. It's like, well, I have a PhD. And many people don't understand this, but Horst Dewormer is such a ridiculous thing to say when this is a World Health Organization recognized treatment. Not for COVID. So what? Medicine has multiple uses too. I take literally prostate medication for my fucking hairline. I know.
The discoverer and developer won the Nobel Prize for it in 2014-15, I can't remember. And it's literally understood to have antibacterial and antiviral qualities and works against lots of other RNA viruses like Zika and dengue and yellow fever. And no one is talking about that. So is it not as effective as some people think it is against COVID? Maybe, sure. But is it dangerous? No. It's been given 100 of,
Okay, dude, but oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Oh my God. It's not dangerous is a fucking psychotic take. It's literally dangerous if you're taking a random fucking drug, especially when you don't know what the quantities are because your doctor didn't prescribe it to you, and it's for fucking horses.
hundreds of millions of doses. And is it effective? It seems so, but given that it's safe, why aren't we using it?
And what?
Oh my God. It's not effective. It's literally not effective. What is this woman's qualifications? I need to know. Heather Haying. What the fuck? American biology. Oh, here we go again, dude. Another fucking evolutionary biologist. Dude, I swear to God, we're done. We're fucking done. No more evolutionary biology, okay? I'm done with it all. Why is every evolutionary biologist such a fucking dingus, dude? What is wrong with these people? So is Bret Weinstein, by the way. Also from Evergreen State College. Oh my God, is she Bret Weinstein's wife? I'm done. Jail every evolutionary biologist going forward. Nothing good has come out of this. Literally sitting next to each other. Why the fuck would I assume that like someone sitting next to another person on the Joe Rogan Experience is married to one another, dude? You think I think that like Tim Pool is married to fucking the Twitter Andy? They sat next to one another too. Read the comments. It's gonna make me want to fucking rope, dude. I can't. Like, I just like, I literally, I see this stuff and it's just like, I lose my mind. I lose my fucking mind. I literally lose control of bodily function when I see fucking idiots being like, they're a professor. It doesn't mean anything. I'm sure you could even find a fucking epidemiologist that has like dumbass takes too. You have to look at the fucking entirety of the field. Fuck.
But you were explaining to me the actual dosage that you would have to take to get sick off of this in relation to all these fake stories, the ones that Rachel Maddow tweeted saying that gunshot victims have to wait in line at the hospital, which is a full-on lie that the Rolling Stone magazine printed. Full-on lie that gunshot wound victims are waiting because the hospitals are overrun by people who have overdosed on this horse dewormer. But what is the actual... What did the actual study show?
Well, I'm because I'm neither a doctor nor a toxicologist, I'm concerned about citing the result. But I did pursue this with a friend of ours who is a PhD toxicologist and said, what are the chances that these stories of hospital beds filling up with people taking too much horse paste are true? And he found it very...
No. The people that are taking up hospital beds are taking up hospital beds because they have COVID. Okay? That's the reason. Okay? That's the main reason why they're taking up hospital beds, because they have fucking COVID. Why do they have COVID? Because some of those dumbasses listened to you and thought ivermectin will save me, brother. And not only do they now have COVID, but they also have liver failure. Okay? Why do they have liver failure? Because they didn't go to the doctor to get ivermectin. That's for human beings, despite the fact that there is no fucking like actual study that proves that ivermectin even greatly increases your chances of recovery during COVID. Okay? But they didn't take the vaccine because some fucking idiots on the internet told them that the vaccine is dangerous. Okay? Ivermectin is a dewormer. It's an anti-parasitic drug. All you're doing in that situation is diarrhea, shitting out your intestinal lining, okay, depending on how much you're taking. And if you're taking a lot of it, you can potentially, one, get blind, go blind, or have liver failure. That's it. But it's not great when you have liver failure while you have fucking COVID and your lungs are no longer working. I know he's referencing the article that gave the wrong info and Rolling Stones retracted it. I know. Except these guys are like parasitic, dude. I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, I know that there was a fucking story about Oklahoma hospitals they deluged by ivermectin overdoses. One fucking dumbass said hospitals are no longer able because the ICU capabilities are exhausted because everyone is dying or overdosing on ivermectin. It's one fucking story that everyone in liberal media jumped on. I even made fun of it. I was like, this is the most American fucking title you could ever see. Okay? But that doesn't matter because the ICU capabilities are still fucking exhausted all around this country. The same number of people are dying every single day as they did last year when there was no vaccine available, dude. Okay? And guess what? They're dying because they didn't get fucking vaccinated. While they're and the people that are like hyper focusing on this one article that's been retracted now as a big gotcha are literally routinely trafficking misinformation about the efficacy of ivermectin. There's another thing that they're going to start dunking on. Just wait. It's that 85% of people that have taken ivermectin went infertile. That's another fucking faulty study. That's one study. Okay? I can't wait for them to grab onto that and be like, I can't believe libtards are, latching on to one study. That's a haha bullshit study. Oh, you got duped. It's like, dog, you're literally doing that. You're doing that all the time. This is what you do. You look at like one study that fucking shows the results that you want to see. And even if that study gets retracted, you're still going off of that one fucking study and all the subsequent meta studies that featured that study. Fuck. It's murdering me, dude. Holy shit.
Very unlikely on the basis that even a massive overdose does not seem.
Google ivermectin studies. It literally shows a website with 1,000 studies. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, dude. It's bullshit. No, he's right. There are literal websites dedicated to like pumping out faulty ass fucking studies for ivermectin, dude. It's so dumb. Here. And by the way, and I've said this time and time again, I've said this from day one. If there is a comprehensive peer-reviewed study that shows ivermectin as an effective fucking medication to treat COVID, go off, kings and queens. Still get the vaccine and then even take ivermectin. Okay? It's bullshit, brother. You sound like an anti-vaxxer. Dog, every single study that has come out on ivermectin is like 13 people. And the most significant ones have been retracted. The most significant studies on ivermectin that have had a bunch of people in a fucking control group have been retracted because the information was made up. And all of the subsequent meta studies that featured that study itself that greatly improved ivermectin's efficacy as a consequence of the made up fucking information, they have also been retracted. They're null. They're void. They're useless now. And that doesn't stop people from fucking going off on this shit. And even then, motherfuckers are taking horse dewormer, dude. So that's like not what these studies are looking into regardless. There isn't good enough fucking data currently available to show ivermectin's efficacy. It is exactly like hydroxychloroquine, where people were just like pumping it for no fucking reason. I think Weinstein bro is just using that there are these studies to show that ivermectin is safe to use. No, that's fucking bullshit. You can't do that. That is incredibly unsafe, especially when there is a more effective treatment. Was the thing about poison control centers being overwhelmed with ivermectin ODs fake too? I thought the hospital story was real. No. People are calling up poison control. I think it's like increased by 200% or something. People calling into poison control. This is the website. These are like always. It's like this relies on you being stupid enough not to recognize when you're being duped. Okay? This entire website is one big gish gallop. Look at this. None of you have the qualifications, including myself, to assess the validity of this data. Okay? You don't. You don't. They're blasting all this fucking, they're blasting all these meta-analyses and all of these fucking studies on purpose to overwhelm you and take advantage of the fact that you don't know whether this is good or not. What? I've spent time reading these studies. One of them didn't even record whether people had. The safety and scientific validity of the study's response is the responsibility of the study sponsor and investigators. Listing a study does not mean it's been evaluated by the U.S. federal government. From Zagazig University. What? Is this a joke? In Egypt. It's a public university in Zagazig, Egypt. Half of the time, yes, this is true as well. Anyone can post on these medRxiv sites. They're preprints and non-peer reviewed. Yeah. Just because there are thousands of studies doesn't mean that they are all different tests. They could just be referencing the same ivermectin study that was proven wrong. There's that too. The creator of ivermectin was awarded the 2015 Nobel Prize for its use in humans. Any journalist who refers to it as horse dewormer is guilty of malpractice. Dude, take insulin then. Please take insulin. Just take fucking insulin then. Fuck it, dude. I'm losing my mind. Don't do that, by the way, obviously. You know what? I know what to say to Steven Crowder. Wait, show me that again one more time. Wait, did I say Peace Prize? Fuck. Oh my god. I'm so used to fucking talking about Nobel Peace Prize that good from not trying to bait or anything. Don't think this shit works at all, but wasn't the real COVID vax rushed out pre-FDA trials too? Yes. It wasn't rushed out, but it got pre-clearance. It got pre-authorization. And they ran gigantic fucking clinical trials, dude. That's the difference. And it got clinical trials and emergency use authorization for numerous different fucking vaccines. Okay? Emergency use authorization, the only difference between like regular FDA authorization and emergency use authorization is that you're starting to develop the vaccine while you are running the fucking parallel trials, okay? That's the difference. And many of the other pharmaceutical corporations that also participated in Operation Warp Speed or also participated did not get that same level of clearance because their fucking vaccines didn't work. Also, here's the thing. Those vaccines were specifically developed for COVID. Ivermectin is a shot in the fucking dark. Ivermectin has been used in humans for decades, so at the very least, it's largely safe for human consumption. Way more than a novel vaccine for sure. Not hating on the vaccine, just saying. That is so idiotic. So is insulin, dude. What the fuck kind of take is this? So is insulin. So is fucking Tylenol, dumbass. Shit, man. I might have COVID. Time to take some fucking ketamine, dude. Also, the mRNA vaccines have been in development for 20 fucking years. Just the iteration that is utilized for COVID is new. But the technology has been developed for many fucking years. So shut the fuck up. Man, this is like so incredibly fucking dumb.
To be destructive, even over the course of many days. That he was referring to a primate study in which very high doses were given to monkeys. And so in any case, we don't know what the truth of these things. We obviously don't know anything about whether the horse paste is, well produced. It's possible there's something else in it that's not supposed to be there. But the idea that the drug itself is causing a wave of overdoses that is putting people in the hospital is inconsistent with the toxicological data that we've got.
I think it's probably caused.
It's literally, dude, it's just like, oh, wow, this guy's so fucking smart, dude. He said toxicological. He must be onto something. I'm a fucking dumbass. I love BJJ and I love Joe Rogan and I'm a fucking ape. And this guy sounds smart. I love the way that he's speaking. He must be much smarter than me. I'm just going to listen to him. That's like literally I'm describing to you what every Joe Rogan free thinker is operating as.
Wave of calls to poison control centers with people asking questions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
But people asking questions is not the same thing as people being poisoned.
And at the same time,
oh my God, she's so condescending. I hate her. I hate both of them. I hate both of them so much. Oh my God. Oh, fuck me, dude. People are fucking demons.
One of the things that we were talking about earlier is that there is a drug being developed that mirrors the effects of ivermectin.
Yeah, a protease inhibitor. And, who knows, it may work, but let's say it does work and maybe it runs into less resistance because it will be under patent and therefore profitable. One thing that it definitely won't be is something that we have enough experience with to know what its harms are. The thing about ivermectin is because it's been in use for 40 years and has been administered something like 4 billion times, we know a lot about its consequences. And they're not zero, but it is one of the safest drugs available to us.
There's this thing that's happening too, though, and this is where it gets fast.
Bro, okay, dude. Okay, let me just say something here, okay? First of all, that's not, that's such an insane, it's the safest drug available for us. That's insane. That's insane, okay? It is an insane fucking thing to say. There's no such thing, okay? All drugs have side effects. And you shouldn't just take them randomly to treat other shit that has not been proven. Okay? It's blowing my fucking mind that he could say something so fucking stupid and so irresponsible. Especially, and now the irony is this, okay? Bret Weinstein is fucking saying this on the Joe Rogan Experience. Meanwhile, Merck, the fucking main pharmaceutical corporation that stands to gain the most from the widespread distribution of ivermectin as a treatment for COVID, is literally saying, don't use this for COVID. Company scientists continue to carefully examine the findings of all available and emergency studies of ivermectin for the treatment of COVID-19 for the evidence of efficacy and safety. It is important to note that to date, our analysis identified no scientific basis for potential therapeutic effect against COVID-19 from preclinical studies, no meaningful evidence for clinical activity and clinical efficacy in patients with COVID-19 disease, and a concerning lack of safety data in the majority of studies. I'm dying. I'm fucking dying. I don't know what to say. The main pharmaceutical corporation that stands to gain the most from selling ivermectin literally is telling you not to take it. The FDA is telling you not to take it for COVID. Meanwhile, random podcaster says take it. So what am I supposed to do here? How do you deal with someone who literally looks at like all of this fucking data, this sea of information, this sea of warnings that are telling you like don't fucking take this, including the guys who made the drug? You go, nah, fuck it, la la la, I'm gonna take it, brother. Not only am I gonna take it, but if my doctor doesn't prescribe it to me, I'm gonna take it from the feed store. I don't know how the way the losses and wins here. I mean, I don't know, brother. The problem is it creates a false sense of security amongst people. Okay? Many of you are saying, understandably, oh, just let them take it. Those idiots, they'll just fucking die. Okay? One, not a lot of empathy from you. And two, ultimately, they don't die alone, okay? If they're just like fucking dying like hogs, screeching into the fucking night, having COVID and also liver failure, that's one thing. But they're not fucking dying by themselves. They're dying and exhausting the resources that we already have that are limited. Okay? That's the problem. Fuck me, dude. Holy shit.
Fascinating because there's the psychology of these drugs and of compliance and of which team you're on. Are you on team, mainstream news, people that follow the news in a sense, or sort of a peripheral sense that believe everything Fauci says and don't understand how bizarre these things get when massive amounts of profits are involved? And these people automatically want to ridicule anything that might be outside of the realm of what's being promoted in the mainstream media, which is get vaccinated, which is really all you're hearing.
Yeah,
well, we all need to be on team skeptic, right? Because, I mean, if you just simply track the stories that we have been assured are true that have then shown themselves to be false, right? Like the overdoses that were keeping gunshot victims out of the hospital.
Dude, you're literally doing misinformation. The moment that you don't fucking say, this is not proven to be effective, we need to wait for there to be more clinical trials conducted so we can see if there's genuine efficacy in treatment of COVID for ivermectin. And the current studies that are available, unfortunately, do not show that reality. The moment that you say anything outside of that with respect to ivermectin, you are literally engaging in deadly misinformation. Okay? Like misinformation that is arguably worse than Rolling Stones magazine fucking writing that dumbass article being like, oh yeah, the ICUs are locked up because people are dying of ivermectin. Like, you're literally engaging in significantly worse, more consistently, by the way, but significantly worse misinformation, more dangerous misinformation. Does he have to gain from this grifting? What you gain from this grifting is there are a lot of skeptics in America, okay? Americans love to feel like they're independent thinkers, that they're free thinkers, that they're, they're going against the mainstream. They love being contrarians. So all Bret Weinstein and so many of these other people fucking do is basically make money off of the massive audience that is like looking desperately for alternatives. Okay? So that's what they're doing. They're getting clout out of this. They're getting more podcast subscribers out of this. They're going against the grain. Okay? Just like I make money off the top of the hour ad break. I'm so tired. Oh, it's top of the hour. Every hour. It's time for a 60-second ad break. Azan Spamboy May, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. If you'd like to no longer see the ads, you can subscribe for $4 because it's September. You can subscribe for free if you have a Twitch Prime. Or you can use an ad block or a VPN. However, Twitch Prime is free if you have an Amazon Prime account that you can connect to your Twitch account to get 1 free Prime subscription a month. That's right.
These stories are revealing that something is just not right about our way of even doing journalism anymore. And the fact, I don't know what to make of it, but the fact that Anthony Fauci was yesterday revealed to have clearly lied to Congress when he told them we didn't fund.
I push carts in 100-degree weather. I'm tired. What are you tired for? I fucking talk for 8 hours every day, dude. It gets a little tiring after a while. It's not the same as like fucking doing back-breaking labor, certainly, but I have mental strain. Like, I don't know what you want to. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I'm sorry that you're tired as well. Motherfucker just gatekeeping being tired. Yeah, it's so fucking silly. Okay, dude. Oh, imagine fucking complaining about pushing a cart in a first world country when you have access to the internet and clean water, when there's motherfuckers working in emerald mines in Africa. Like, and they're dying. They're literally dying. How disgusting of you. There you go. Are you happy? I just fucking did the same thing that you did to me.
Fund gain-of-function research in Wuhan. I mean, that was obvious when he said these things, but everyone assumed he had defined the terms in some way that would justify that claim. No, it was just a lie. So here we have somebody who, lied to us about masks, has lied to us multiple times, and was also apparently a key to conducting funds in violation of our own ban on gain-of-function research, conducting funds to the Wuhan Institute.
Wait, they've reversed that ban. Like, why is he making it seem like this was done in secrecy? What? Why is he making it seem like this was... Oh, God. Such a fucking dingus, dude.
Which may well have caused the pandemic. How is the person who is in the position to have circumvented a congressional ban on this kind of research and possibly therefore have played a prominent role in producing the pandemic, how is he also in charge of keeping us safe? And why are we tolerating him?
It's interesting. My man is out here talking about ivermectin and then blam, dude. When did he start talking about ivermectin? Someone show me his fucking tweets. I remember seeing his tweet about ivermectin like a while ago. Can someone pull that up for me? Ivermectin's value is finally coming to light, long delayed by a fear and uncertainty and doubt campaign. Oh, when is that? Wow, June 23rd, 2021. That's interesting. That's really interesting. What? What? That's really strange. That's really interesting that wait, what? June 23rd, you start seeing this like big fucking increase like around June. When did his Robert Malone video come out? When did his Robert Malone video come out? I'm sure that was like around the same time, I suspect. Because that was the one that was like being shared widely, dude, heavily. It's really insane that the pipeline that made me become a leftist is now changed into funneling people over to the far right. Literally got pushed left by Joseph. What? Spike protein is very dangerous. It's psychotoxic. June 13th. What? Wait, what? June 12th, June 13th, he comes out with this study, or he comes out with this video. 2000. What? That's crazy, man. That's fucking crazy, dude. That's a crazy thing. Must be this coincidence that he went from fucking in the month of May 1,800 fucking Patreons and patrons to 3,400. Wild. Wild to me that that's the case. Hold on, I gotta fucking screenshot this, dude. I see 2 peer-reviewed studies on ivermectin, and neither of them are on COVID. Man, this is so strange. Let me just like, I'm just screenshotting all this. That's why you're hearing the background noise. When was the Joe Rogan emergency one? I want to see when the Joe Rogan podcast emergency thing was. Is the hottest fuck inside your house too? No. Dude, I don't know if I want to watch the Canadian one, dude. I mean, should we? Sorry, I'm just tweeting. When people ask why do these folks promote ivermectin so hard, remember that there's a massive audience for free thinkers. Okay, I'll watch it. If it's boring, we'll leave. "5 minutes of dead air so you can craft a tweet? Suck my dick." All right, let's get back to it. It was a fucking banger, okay? It was a literal banger fucking tweet, so shut up. Worth. There you go. Are you going to shit camp? Of course. There's a let me know that we're gonna watch. We'll watch the Canadian.
So you said we all need to be on Team Skeptic. I mean, Joe's exactly right. We're all being told you're on Team Blue, effectively. You're on Team Mainstream, or you're someone else. You're persona non grata, and you're going to become a second-class citizen. I was going to say we all need to be on Team Science. And this is in part why we're here with you, right? That we are approaching things scientifically, and the people who keep on adopting the mantle of science are like, no, I'm follow this hashtag, follow the science, right? All too often, hashtag follow the science. When you dig, it's like, oh well, we went into a back room somewhere and concluded some things, and we're going to tell you the conclusion, but just listen to us because we're scientists. You can tell because the lab coats. Like, no, actually, that's not how science works. Science works by investigating patterns carefully and really, really.
Okay, this is mind-boggling to me. You're literally fucking bringing up pseudoscientific. You're bringing up bullshit. You can't talk about how you know how science works when you yourself are going against science.
You're really trying to falsify your cherished results. And we see very little falsification going on right now in mainstream media land.
One of the grossest things from Fauci is when he said an attack on Anthony Fauci is an attack on science itself.
That's right.
Like, that is bad guy in a movie shit.
You're right.
Right?
It's cartoon
third person
villain.
Bad guy in a movie shit. Like, you're literally referring to yourself in the third person. This is madness.
Yeah.
It is. It is madness. And then somehow, I mean, it seems to me that were there some, normal process running, that just simply the number of lies that he has told, the number of places that he has been in error, his prominent role in possibly causing the pandemic, a normal era would have him fired long ago and replaced with somebody that we had reason to believe might be capable of doing the job well, might have our interests at heart. Something is very far off, that this thing just keeps running no matter what evidence of dishonesty emerges.
Yeah, it's very strange. It's very strange. It's like we lost our minds during the Trump administration. Mm-hmm. And objectivity got completely thrown out the window. Tribalism got ramped up to 11. And if you're on the right team, they'll protect you. And he's on the right team. And they got him in this slot as the expert that we go to no matter what. And he's the guy Jim Acosta was talking to about horse dewormer.
Yeah,
that's right.
Absolutely. when I heard that you had taken horse dewormer, I thought, Joe is so famous, I bet the Poison Control Center called him.
LOL. Well, what no one's, again, what no one's, all these stories are focusing on is this horse dewormer shit. No one is focusing on the fact that I got better in 5 days.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
literally 6 days later, I was working out.
It would seem
Dog. Of course they're fucking talking about that. People are talking about it nonstop as a fucking cure when there isn't enough evidence for it being the cure. And you yourself are refusing to acknowledge that you also took monoclonal antibodies, which is actually something that the FDA has approved of. Okay? You got better in 5 days because you got the Donald Trump cocktail, not because you took horse dewormer. Oh my fucking God. Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science. All the things I've spoken about consistently from the very beginning have been fundamentally based on science. Sometimes these things were inconvenient truths for people. Yeah, that's not.
to be a demonstration. You know, it's an anecdote,
Yeah.
but and you know, it's not the only anecdote, right? Trump, who is not a picture of health, also got better
Yeah.
very rapidly, and his doctors didn't give a damn about what we were supposed to believe works and doesn't. They gave him the kitchen sink treatment, as you got, right? This
Yeah.
is and you know,
Oh, did they give him ivermectin? That's interesting. The kitchen sink treatment. They didn't give him ivermectin, though. He got Regeneron. The part of the kitchen sink that neither of these pieces of shit are mentioning that is actually FDA approved is literally the fucking Regeneron, the monoclonal antibody. Motherfucker, ivermectin wasn't popping at the time. Hydroxychloroquine was. In the exact same way. Did Donald Trump take hydroxychloroquine? No. No, he didn't. What a fucking silly, dumb, moronic take. So
Peter
dishonest.
Corey also got.
No, he said he did. His doctor said he didn't. So shut the fuck up. He did not take hydroxychloroquine. No. Bullshit. We literally saw his treatment, dude. Shut the fuck up. He literally did not take hydroxychloroquine. Shut the fuck up.
COVID also.
Yes, he did, Law. Oh my God, dude. Am I having a Berenstein Bears moment? Like, what the fuck's going on? I'm going to ban every single person that said he did, by the way. I'm just letting you know. You will all be permanently banned. I encourage them to take hydroxychloroquine to assist with their recoveries. Hydroxychloroquine. When the president's doctors described the range of treatment that Trump received, however, hydroxychloroquine was not mentioned. Ah. Wait, so I was right. I remember it correctly. Dr. Sean P. Conley, the president's physician, said that Trump was given an infusion of experimental antibody treatment, which involved a 5-day course of the antiviral drug remdesivir. He was also given zinc, vitamin D, melatonin, aspirin, and the heavy-duty steroid dexamethasone, but not hydroxychloroquine. Ban every single person in the chat that said he did take hydroxychloroquine. It doesn't matter if Donald Trump says he took hydroxychloroquine before. Okay? Professionals that were prescribing him medication for his recovery did not give him hydroxychloroquine. Donald Trump might have said he took hydroxychloroquine, but ultimately, we know that he didn't. Okay? It doesn't matter. Because I remember at the time, very specifically, where he said, or not where he said, but where his doctors told us what his actual fucking treatment was. And hydroxychloroquine was not on that list. I covered it. Fucking idiots. Just like, please don't be so fucking stupid. In an effort to be like contrarian in this chat and get an own on me, you come across so dumb sometimes. You come across like these fucking delusional Andes here.
Also recovered very quickly. Why? Because he was capable of getting whatever he needed, whatever the right thing was. And really, the public needs to realize, vaccinated or not, you need doctors who will prescribe those things that we think have the best shot of managing this disease. And it certainly looks like this disease, which is very dangerous if allowed to run its own course, can be managed with drugs that we happen to have already. That's a hopeful thing. And, you know, please, people should not take up a position that is going to mean that when they or their loved ones need those things, they won't be available because their doctor's too afraid to prescribe them.
Watch the entire...
Yeah, like the vaccine.